Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is November 14th, 2024, and Deco has given an interview to Mundo Deportivo where he has left no stones unturned and where he has left us with plenty of headlines, including closing the door to Nico Williams, discussing is Barcelona going to sign a goalkeeper, and also discussing the signings of Haaland and Gyokeres. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure to hit the Goal Kits, Kickback, or Fanatics. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the Bet Us. All links are down below in the description. Now, I begin this video by discussing the Barcelona sporting director Deco, who just gave an interview to Mundo Deportivo where he has talked about everything. He has not shied away from answering questions. And the first one was, is Barcelona still interested in signing Nico Williams? Now, this is what the Barcelona sporting director had to say. Nico is a player that it is true that we were interested in during the summer, that we tried, but from here, the player made a decision and life goes on. The idea with Nico was to have one more player up front to compete because we wanted high-level competition, but the moment the player shows he has no interest in coming, we don't talk anymore. Now, as you know, Barcelona were very interested in signing Nico Williams. They tried everything they could to sign him, including giving him guarantees that they were going to be able to register him. The player decided to stay at Athletic Club de Bilbao, and now Deco saying, my friend, you had your chance. The ship has sailed, and now the door is closed. Very, very strong words by Deco, and of course, I want to hear you guys' opinion. Do you think Deco is right? Do you think Barcelona should move on from Nico Williams since he said no to us? Or should Barcelona still try to sign the Athletic Club de Bilbao attacker? Let me know down below. Now, that is not all, because Deco was also asked, is Barcelona gonna sign a goalkeeper? As you know, Barcelona have been linked with several goalkeepers because they're trying to look for someone to replace Mark ter Stegen in the future. And this is what the sporting director had to say. No, we will not look for a replacement. Mark still has 3 years left on his contract. He is young for a goalkeeper, 32 years old, and we must focus on him recovering well and coming back in good shape. That is why having two goalkeepers who give us guarantees is important. So we are not in a hurry for him to come back. We are analyzing little by little. I don't think it is something we need to consider now. So Deco also closing the door on the signing of a goalkeeper, saying we don't need to think about this now. Mark ter Stegen is young. He's 32. He still has 3 years on his contract. Yes, he's injured, but guess what? We have Iñaki Peña and we have Szczesny that can replace him as he's injured. And when he comes back, again, 3 years left on his contract, is still pretty young. So Deco saying no to the signing of a new goalkeeper. And I have to say, I agree. And it's something I talked about in previous videos. I said, I don't think it's the time to be talking about goalkeeper. Mark ter Stegen still has, at least another 2-3 good seasons in him. Why not keep him? And at the same time, try to develop our young goalkeepers like Costa, like Astralaga. I think that would be a better strategy rather than go out in the market, spend 50, 60 million euros on a position that we don't need to reinforce right now. Yes, in the future when ter Stegen gets older, but not right now because he's only 32 years old, and that's pretty young for a goalkeeper. Well, not pretty young, but pretty young for a goalkeeper because, goalkeepers can go much longer than other positions because they don't run as much. Now, Deco was asked about Diogo Costa, who of course Barcelona have been linked with, and this is what the sporting director had to say. First of all, he's not in the squad because we have ter Stegen. I don't see any goalkeepers now because when Mark is fit, we're not going to sign anyone for him. Also, if I were Diogo, I don't know if I would come to Barcelona to be a substitute. We're not considering signing him. And if I were him, I would want to go to a club where I knew I was going to play, We're happy with the goalkeepers we have right now. I wish him luck. And first of all, that he wins with Porto. So there you have it, folks. No Diogo Costa, no anyone. Deco is happy with Ter Stegen, and he doesn't think it's the time to talk about a goalkeeper. And again, I agree 100%, because given that Barcelona have limited resources where we can only reinforce 1 or 2 positions, we should be focusing our money on the most important positions to reinforce. Goalkeeper is not one of them. How about wingers? We don't have any substitutes for Lamine or for Rafinha. How about we start there, and then in 2026, we can talk about a goalkeeper. By then, we'll be much better financially. By then, Ter Stegen will be older, so then we can start talking about substituting a goalkeeper. And now, Deco was also asked about Erling Haaland, because again, he too has been linked with Barcelona, and this is what Deco had to say. First, we have to know if Haaland is what we want for the future. We don't know that now. At the moment, we don't want any 9. We have Robert. We are not planning anything with any 9. When the time comes to make a decision, I have to make it because I am the one at the club. We will consider the options, but I don't think this is the time to talk about any players. So Deco saying that he's not thinking about signing any 9s because, again, we have Robert Lewandowski. And the question is, do you think Deco is right? Do you think we should not be thinking about a center forward yet? After all, Lewandowski has another year. They want to renew him for another more. He's in great form. We have Pau Victor who can rotate with him. We have maybe Tony Fernandez who can come up from the academy. So we still have options. So the question is he correct? Is he not? Should we be focusing on center forward? I say not yet, for the same reasons as we shouldn't be signing a goalkeeper. Because again, we only have enough money to reinforce maybe 1 or 2 positions. I'm more concerned about our wings. What happens if, God forbid, Lamine gets injured? Well, we already know what happens. Real Sociedad, right? What happens if, God forbid, Rafinha gets injured? What happens if both of them are out at the same time? Who's going to play on our wings? Ferran and Ansu? I think that's where we should start. And then we can think about center forward. And then lastly, about goalkeeper. Now, Deco was also asked about Victor Gyokeres, who's also been heavily linked with Barcelona. And this is what Deco had to say. He is a good player. He has been scoring goals for a long time in Portugal. We know him as well as others, but he is not our priority today, nor are we looking for a number 9 to replace Robert. So the same position pretty much as Haaland, saying, hey, Gyokeres is great, but we're not looking to replace Robert Lewandowski. Of course, Gyokeres would be a more affordable option than Haaland. I don't think Haaland is happening at all. I think he's going to renew with Manchester City, and even if he doesn't, there's no way we can afford his transfer fee or his salary. Gyokeres would be a little bit more affordable because he would be 75 million, but nonetheless, I still think he would be too expensive for Barcelona. And again, Deco saying all we need is Lewy. So we will end the video by discussing what Deco said about the Polish striker. We want Lewandowski to continue to be happy, scoring goals, and at least to continue for 1 more season. We have won things, and he is happy to be here. We are not going to talk about any player now. So there you have it, folks. Again, Deco saying not looking for a replacement. I don't know if he's just saying that because, you know, he doesn't want to disrespect Lewandowski, or if he truly does mean that. Because again, Barcelona have very few limited resources, so maybe Deco is thinking about reinforcing the more important positions, like the wingers over the 9, thinking that, you know, Lewandowski maybe can play another season, and then summer 2026, we can talk about another center forward. But there you have it. Let me know all your opinions about Deco's comments down below. I will see you in the next video, which will be the 3rd one today. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, peace, Costa.